What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are working on two projects in today's video. One of which is we're kind of getting the Lightning engine bay semi-wrapped up. We got a couple good things going on it already. Right now we are working on putting on a vacuum block. Now this is a Amazon special made in China vacuum block. Now it's kind of funny, we purchased a UPR version, and it was literally identical with UPR laser etched in it. That was one that we put on the red car. And since we're going boosted on the Lightning, obviously, you guys saw the update on the general overview video, we're going to get a little bit more serious about the vacuum, which is going to be all hardline to the fuel pressure regulator, to the blow-off valve, and then just kind of better organization overall instead of having a bunch of stuff off the manifold. So that's what we're doing now. Dan has installed some riv nuts in the firewall. You can't see it, so this will be hidden behind the intake like that, and have our vacuum distribution handled. We already got the blow-off valve has one. We gotta do the one for that and start running vacuum lines all over the place. And then after we're done with this, which should be in the next, well, for you guys it'll be in the next couple minutes, we're going to move on to this sick 8.8 build that we're doing for BNotch92 on Instagram. Mario, he's got probably one of the most famous Fox bodies on IG, one of. And it is sweet. We did 9-inch ends, brake tabs. We had some aerospace brakes that we're going to be putting on it. It's got a spool and 31 spline axles and yada yada. But we welded the tubes, did the ends, and got it coated. And it was rough looking before. Now we have new spherical upper bearings. We got a new stainless line, and I have to make some stainless lines going out to the brakes and then get some braided ones made to the calipers. So it's going to look sweet when he picks it up, and then all he's got to do is bolt it in and start sharing a bunch of pictures of it. Okay, so we have the vacuum block done. Dan already left, but we have all the vacuum lines routed on the Lightning, and it looks super clean. I mean, there's like nothing here. We used to have two vacuum ports here with 90s, went out to some of the stuff that we needed. Now we blocked those off. We ran the HVAC line back along the firewall. Dan put this 3/8 line for the main feed to the vacuum block. The vacuum block is like completely hidden. And then coming to this side, we got a hard line for the blow-off valve on a swivel. We have a hard line hidden for the fuel pressure regulator going down the back side. I mean, this thing is sweet. And you can see this is coming from it. I mean, it's just badass. I don't know if you guys saw our sweet-ass Coolant Overflow too. This is made out of stainless. I welded it here, got it powder-coated gloss black and clear. And we use heat shrink hose clamps to make it one piece. We still use a regular worm clamp here so you can get it on and off if needed without cutting these apart. So that's still there, but I mean, it's looking so good. So good. Now once we confirm that all the intercooler piping works and everything does what it's supposed to, we'll probably be taking all this off and getting it powder coated, either this, gloss black like that, or we'll go with more like a wrinkle black. But that'll be at a later date. Probably do the throttle body also. Next thing we're going to do is mount the catch can, the same setup that we had before. We'll eventually be probably changing the valve covers on this to put baffles back in it and weld on AN bungs and get those powder coated, just like we did on the Red Cobra. But otherwise, the vacuum lines turned out super clean. I mean, this engine bay gets cleaner every time we play with it. So the last major cosmetic thing that we're going to do to this in the future is get rid of the AC box. We're going to go with a factory AC delete, non-AC box, and that'll be good there. Otherwise, she's getting geared up, ready to go. Tomorrow, I'm going to clock the distributor, and then we're going to fill it with fluids and see if we maybe possibly try to start it up this weekend. So, subscribe for that. Moving on to the second half of the projects today. I'm working on the rear end. I have the bearing installed. I got the seal installed. The oil slinger's in there. I got grease on everything. And I'm about to drop the pinion in after I clean that all up really well. And then the first thing I'm going to do is get the crush sleeve delete worked out. So this is the crush sleeve, obviously. I'll mic this and mimic it with the crush sleeve delete kit and see if the bearing preload feels good. And then we'll work on assembling the rest of the housing. Looks super good though. So that's the plan for the night. And alright guys, I was going to do a separate wrap-up video on Mario's rear end, but since I haven't finished editing that video, I will put it in here. It turned out awesome. So we did a couple different things on this. Let's just show it to you first. Mario doesn't want to be in the video. Only his car's for social media, not him. So it turned out super nice. All the brake lines are bent nice and tight. So you true diehards might notice that these calipers are actually on the front. So we had them on the back, and we realized once we put the coilover brackets on that was going to be really close. Now typically the caliper is in the back for the emergency brake line, so we decided to remedy this situation. Since we took 2 inches out of it, we'll run the caliper on the front.
It doesn't need emergency brakes.
Doesn't need emergency brakes. Doesn't have them, I should say, yeah. Might need them, it doesn't have them.
Keep the whole back of the axle nice and clean now.
Yeah, now it's going to look sweet. And it's going to be a little bit different than everybody else's. So if you have any questions about the components used in this build, it was pretty simple. It's got 31 spline. Strange axles are go-to for all axle components. It has a strange spool. It has obviously our custom housing with welded ends, or 9-inch ends, welded tubes. It has a Ford Racing diff cover, UPR upper spherical joints, which is what he ran before. We just renewed them. Custom brake lines, and then aerospace brakes. But
Braided lines, I guess you said.
Well, these ones?
Yeah, and the third.
But yeah, turned out beautiful. So subscribe down below. We'll see you guys in the next video.